In today's video, let us discuss about what is voltage. It's a very basic topic and this question is mostly asked in every interview. In an interview, they may ask you what is voltage or what is an EMF or what is potential difference. So basically all the three are same. Let's discuss all the three words in this video. Voltage means it's a pressure or force which drives or pushes the electrons and it's measured in volt. Voltage means a force which drives or pushes the electrons present in a conductor and it's measured in volts. It's always denoted with capital V. Now voltage and volts are different. Voltage means it's a pressure and volt means it's a unit in which the pressure is measured. Voltage is always a pressure or a force and volt is a unit in which this pressure or voltage is measured, and the unit of voltage always denoted with a capital letter V. If you assume a wire or a conductor, assume this as a conductor. In a conductor, you have negatively charged subatomic particles. These dots are negatively charged subatomic particles. There are countless number of subatomic particles. These negatively charged subatomic particles are called electrons. And in an ideal condition, all the subatomic particles are stationary. They required a force or a pressure to move from one place to another. This force which we are giving to a negatively charged subatomic particles, that is electrons, is called as voltage. Now let's understand the term voltage with an interesting example. Voltage is provided with the help of a battery or an alternator. To keep it simple, let's consider voltage is provided through battery in this example. In this example, consider this battery as a pump. So we have two tanks. This is the first tank and the second tank. The second tank is placed above the first tank, and now if you fill the first tank with water and the second tank is empty, if you connect the pipe from the first tank to the second tank, do you think the water from the first tank flows to the second tank? The answer is no. This water needs a pressure to flow from the first tank to the second tank. To create that pressure, we are connecting a pump between the first tank and the second tank. So when you switch on this pump, the pump is creating a pressure and the water is flowing from the first tank to the second tank, and the second tank starts filling. This pump is creating a pressure to move the water from one tank to the other tank. In the same way, in an electrical circuit, the battery acts as a pump. That is, the battery creates a pressure to move the electrons from one point to other point. And this pressure is called voltage. So, in an electrical circuit, if you consider a conductor, you have many electrons in this conductor. And when you supply voltage across this conductor, this voltage creates a pressure so that these electrons move from one place to the other, and this movement of electrons is called current. I hope till this point you're clear with what is voltage. Now let's quickly see what is meant by potential difference and EMF. Potential difference means the difference of electrical potential between the 2 points. To understand this point, let's consider two tanks similar like before example, but in this case both are at same levels. This is tank number 1 and this is tank number 2. Both the tanks are at same level and both the tanks are filled with water at same level. Now if you connect a pipe between two tanks, do you think the water from tank 1 flows to tank 2? The answer is no, because both the water levels are at same height, the water does not flow. Now if you increase the water in tank number 1, the water starts flowing to tank number 2 until the water level in tank number 1 and 2 reach to the same point. Once the water level in tank number 1 and 2 reaches to same point, the water stops flowing from tank number 1 to 2. This is potential difference between tank number 1 and 2. If there is a difference between water levels of tank number 1 and 2, then in that condition only the water flow from tank number 1 to tank number 2. If the water levels are same, then the water does not flow from tank number 1 to 2. The same scenario is applied in our electrical circuits. That is, the potential difference between two conductors are same, then there is no flow of electricity between conductor number 1 to conductor number 2. So if you have seen in a battery or in an alternator or any circuit, you have two wires coming to your home, that is 0 and 240. Then the potential difference between phase and neutral is 240, and this is called voltage. So voltage and potential difference are same. In the same way, if you consider a battery, the positive of the battery is at 9 volts and the negative of the battery is at 0 volts, and the potential difference of this battery is 9 volts, and this is voltage. So the voltage and potential difference are same. Now if they ask you what is EMF, EMF means electromotive force. It means the force applied to an electron to move it from one place to another. If you consider the previous example of a conductor, you have electrons in the conductor, then EMF means the force which is applied to a conductor to move these electrons from one place to another is called electromotive force, and EMF means voltage. So all the three are same. I hope you are clear with all the three terms which I have explained in this video. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section. That's all for today's video. If you like the video, do like, share, subscribe my channel. This is Sandeep Shaktri signing off.